Introducing QuickSkills, the easiest tool for creating learning games. First, let's talk about the interface for the learner. What's in the user interface? Games assigned to you are in the My Training section. Games recommended for you to play are in the Self-Education section. You can change your account information in your personal profile. You can change the language settings by clicking on the gear in the upper right corner. Let's look at the Game tab. We can see here that each game contains information about the game itself, such as the time it takes, the minimum number of points you need to score, and information about whether the game uses audio, video, or the decision-making module. Now let's look at the admin interface. To log in to the admin panel, click on the avatar icon in the upper right corner. Then select Admin from the drop-down window. You have now switched to the Administrator mode. Remember that this option is only available if you have the appropriate permissions. In Admin mode, we can manage users and games and get information about game progress. Let's create an employee profile and assign them a game. To do this, go to the Employees section in the Management tab. Click on the Add Employee icon, fill in the fields, and we have the new user in the system. To assign a game, select an employee. Select the Assign Game icon, then select the game you want to assign, set the number of attempts for the game, and start and end dates for the game. The game is now assigned to be played. It's now time to talk about the most interesting and most important part of the simulator, the creation of game scripts with the help of the designer. In order to create a game, enter the Game section by clicking Create Game. Type in the name and description of the game. Save the game. Now that the first step has been completed, we come to the most interesting part: how to work with the game designer. Click the Edit in Designer icon and enter the designer itself. To start building the game, drag the appropriate blocks from the menu on the left. We can use three types of blocks in the designer: dialogue block or text question. This block serves to simulate dialogue with the character. Static block, necessary for displaying large texts and presentations. The video block is used for displaying video. The product offer block is used when we want the player to make selections of goods or other products or services. A little about working with blocks. Click on a block and you get a field where you can put a remark. In the game, it will be the words of a computer character. Choose a background and a character. If an audio file is used, then our character will speak. On the right side is where an answer for the player can be offered. Emotions can be added to the question. These are the emotions our character will react to the player's choice with. We can add an unlimited number of answer options to each block and connect them to other blocks. The logic is simple. If the player chooses this question, then he will go to the block we have specified. In this way, we can set the trajectory of the game. Important detail: when you have created your trajectory, you need to specify the starting block, the block from which the first step is made. This is done by clicking on the house icon in the upper right-hand corner of the block. If everything is done correctly, the icon should be highlighted. If you want to see what you're doing, click the icon. Go to the menu on the left. The final touch is to publish the game. After you've created all stages of the game, click Back to go to the Editing Our Games section and switch the red icon to Published mode. Our game is now protected from editing. The only thing left to decide is to assign our game, which would give the employee a specified amount of time to complete our game, or make the game available for independent play. Then the game will simply be available to the employee without any conditions. Then click to save it. The finished game is ready for use. We hope this review gave you an idea of how to create and assign games in QuickSkills. If you have any additional questions, you can always chat with our tech support.